As the amino acid leaves the enterocyte, it enters the blood capillary. From the blood, it travels to the liver. Once in the liver, that's where transamination and deamination begin. Amino acids are made of an amine group and a carbon skeleton. Through transamination, the amino acid donates their amine group to build, repair, and heal other compounds. Instead of recycling into ammonia, transamination is where the amine group is transferred to a carrier called glutamate. Glutamate is also known as the universal carrier in the body. Overall, transamination is the process where this amine group a new amine group is formed via the transfer of amine groups. The body is recycling its proteins. Transamination occurs in the liver, and glutamate, the universal nitrogen carrier, is basically a container which contains the nitrogen which could potentially become toxic to the body. However, during transamination, dietary and body proteins are instead converted into new nitrogen compounds by transferring their amino group to the glutamate. They form a new carbon skeleton or an alpha keto acid. During transamination, the amino acid group is recycled into other non-essential amino acids. The good thing about transamination is there is no ammonia. Like transamination, deamination occurs in the liver. Once in the liver, glutamate dumps the amine group to form, which eventually will form ammonia as it combines with a hydrogen. Once ammonia, it enters the mitochondria of the liver. Deamination only occurs 10 to 15% of the time during protein synthesis. Transamination, however, is more common as it occurs 85 to 90% of the time in healthy individuals, which is good because it recycles the body's proteins. Deamination breaks down non-carbohydrate sources to use as fuel. This can occur if you are sick with the flu, which is not bad, but it becomes a problem if you are overfed and undernourished because your body is unable to access your glycogen stores. So as a result, your body will begin breaking down its muscle, the protein found in the muscles, for energy. During deamination, the body produces ammonia. Too much ammonia can become toxic to the body. However, in a healthy individual, ammonia enters the mitochondria of the liver, where it combines with carbon dioxide and bicarbonate to form ATP. This then produces citrulline, aspartate, arginine, and ornithine, which are non-essential amino acids. Together, as H2O enters and urea is produced, this creates the urea cycle. Ammonia has been converted or neutralized to urea. From the mitochondria of the liver, urea goes to the kidneys where it will eventually be excreted as urine. So if we go back to the amino acid structure, during deamination, the amine group is formed into ammonia as it combines with a hydrogen, which is then neutralized to urea, which is then excreted to the kidneys, which will be excreted through the urine. The carbon skeleton, however, is then fed into the TCA cycle as a fuel substrate. This is where the deaminated protein produces the energy. So to recap, transamination versus deamination. Transamination in a healthy individual should be occurring 85 to 90% of the time, whereas deamination should only occur 10 to 15% of the time. Transamination is the recycling of the body's proteins to form new proteins. Amino groups are transferred and shared between the carbon skeletons. During deamination, the carbon skeleton is fed into the TCA cycle for fuel, where the amine group is formed into ammonia, which could become toxic. Deamination can occur if an individual is fighting the flu, or if the individual is obese, anorexic, or overfed and undernourished. In a healthy individual, deamination can be a good thing. However, if the individual is overfed and undernourished or anorexic, the body will start eating away at the body's muscle proteins.